Welcome back, Disc Golf World. My name is Luke Humphries, and you are watching the final round, back nine of the CCR Open, brought to you guys by Discrafts. We are in Holt, Michigan, and I am joined again by Nathan Queen. You ready to watch this thing wrap up, Nathan?
Oh, absolutely. We saw lots of birdies on the front, only a couple blemishes on the card on the same hole, actually. And this back nine, lots of more scoring opportunities. Chandler Fry got a 5-stroke lead over the field.
Yeah, Garrett Gurthey, Nathan Queen on the chase card, making moves. How you feeling so far in this round? Because you're playing right now as well.
Not too bad. I've made a couple mistakes on the front nine, but I know there's lots of birdies on the back, and I can still make a move.
Yeah, this is a good lefty hole here. The forehand plays nice. There is also a hyzer route, being that it's only 364. You really want to give yourself a circle one bid on this one. Chandler going wide with that same force.
Pulling it way wide, trying to get all the way around and still control the distance. And does it pretty well. He pushes to circle's edge long. Oh, he's inside the circle there.
Yeah, just about a pace inside.
Tristan gonna show you that forehand line and showing you well.
Yeah, that's a pioneer to perfection. Flips it up to flat, gets it to fade out. Distance control perfect there. I don't connect on this one. Leave it a little high, a little early. Take a pretty bad kick backwards, making an obstructed putt. Willie going to be playing that hyzer route as well.
And he's pulled this out real wide. And maybe pushed it a little bit long. Looks like he'll be just outside the circle, but an open look at it. And a pretty awkward looking putt there, trying to get to the left of something and underneath something.
Yeah, it was just a little weird. Didn't give my best effort. Willie, a little low left from him. That seems to be his miss. And somebody just started clapping right as he was putting. This was the hole you guys were playing when Chandler waited for everybody.
Yeah, there's about 4 holes that kind of converge right here. You've got a couple baskets and you've got a couple tee pads. So lots of people looking different ways. One of the unfortunate things about spectators, but still great to have so many people out and showing all the love for everybody.
Totally is. Luckily, he's got a cushion to work with. That one doesn't hurt him too much. As we head into hole 11, one of the best par 4s out here, playing over half stroke, over par, and for good reason. OB lines this fairway on the left side, the right side lined by natural out of bounds. You can find yourself in big trouble over there as it plays into this uphill green. It has a basket right on a knoll, making it a little bit dangerous, Nathan.
Yeah, the landing zone that you have off the tee kind of gets pinched by that OB on the left side and then the tall grass on the right. And it's a very small spot to have a good angle into this green, which is what makes it such a difficult hole.
I think we see Tristan guarding that OB, ending up a little bit short left.
And although he's in the open there, he doesn't have a great angle.
It's definitely pinched off. Chandler going with a vulture also seems to be guarding from that OB a little bit. Doesn't end up in the worst position, though.
Yeah, not a pretty similar spot to Tristan there. They've got a big ante that they can go with and get it to flex back out a little bit. Oh my God. Looks like you were on the way to a similar spot. Get kicked down on the left side, though.
Yeah, I was just going mid-range off the tee, trying to stay on that left side. And Willie, full flex Zeus. No regard for out of bounds.
Oh, that would have been huge without that last tree.
It still had 45 feet.
Yeah, it's still huge.
Yeah. He'll be in a great spot from there. I don't have a ton of options, but I'm thinking like rollers as good as any.
This looks good.
And I really liked the angle. It just fought up the hill a little faster than I was expecting it to.
Yeah, that's still a great spot though from where you were at. You'll have a pretty easy pitch up for your par, or actually even a run if you want it.
Yeah, I could give a little run from where I'm at, about 100 feet.
Here we go again.
Yeah, going for his third, I believe, monster sky tomahawk of the round.
Oh, I see my gap. I'd definitely be going through there.
No, that's a Nathan Queen only gap there.
And this looks smashed also.
Yeah, it ends up on the left side of the fairway, but on the edge. He's about the same distance as I am. Chandler likes the roller, kind of throws it through that tree, but kicks it onto the perfect angle.
Yes.
And it gets like pin high, man. All the way up there.
He's got another one of those just out of the woodline putts for his birdie.
Yep. Willie ripping that buzz.
After such an aggressive tee shot, he's able to only go buzz and gets it up there 20, 25 feet.
Yeah, past the basket with a mid-range. Fantastic.
Definitely just about 20 feet.
It was that aggressive play off the tee that gave him that opportunity.
Absolutely.
And I was just trying to throw a little P Model S forehand. It's a way I like to bid baskets from kind of far away, gently.
Tristan, a little more aggressive with the bid.
Dude, he was trying to bang that thing. I could see it in his eyes.
Yeah, he's going to have a little bit of a comebacker.
Now Chandler for his birdie.
Oh, and 2 in the row. Kind of hitting the cage.
Possibly a little distracted. It's easy to forget that there's mosquitoes everywhere until you look at Tristan Tanner and you're reminded, like, he's wearing a mosquito net on his head. Like, that's how bad it is out here.
Yeah, and
if you're not moving, you're donating blood.
And it paid off on that putt. He's able to connect on it.
As is Willie, grabbing the only birdie on this card.
Yeah.
And a great one at that.
Yeah, this is a tough birdie to get, averaging over a half stroke over par. So gaining stroke and a half on the field.
This basket right by the entry to the park. Your buses driving by. There was like a bunch of floating going on, kayaks and canoes and stuff being taken in and out.
Yeah, beautiful day today. Winds down, rains down. Mosquitoes are slightly down, but don't take that as they're not here.
Right.
Hole 12, 269 feet. There's a high hyzer gap. I don't know if we'll see anybody here take it. And then there's a low inside and a low outside. The outside line challenges the OB a little bit more, but the inside.
Oh, my goodness. I didn't see that angle from the tee. He nearly drained that. Kind of got a bad skip, though. Now it's in a weird position, long left of the green. Tristan going justice. And it looked so smooth. And then he just, like,
rips it.
Threw it 50 feet long. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's hard to tell whether Tristan's throwing far or not because he's so smooth when he's throwing far.
Yeah, indeed. Chandler going with that Paul Ulibarri Raptor. Just inside.
Oh, and he hits that little inside gap.
Yeah. Got me thinking right before I threw it. Is that the gap or is the outside the gap? I'm going A2. And I threw in a little bit undecided shot there.
And good tree direct there.
Yeah, good first kick. Nearly took me inside the circle. Bad second kick. Leaves me about 50 with this awkward putt here. Not my best effort.
And after Tristan throwing just a smooth 300 feet on accident, or more than 300 feet, he's about 50 feet away long, has a pretty tough run back. Not one that I think a lot of players would run.
Yeah, that doesn't hit the basket. That's 30 feet minimum. Willie's got a pretty similar bid. Anheuser low ceiling.
Oh, what a putt.
Absolutely cash.
Kind of felt that one, that he was going to drain that one.
Yeah.
Such a good tee shot, and he got some weird. He probably expected to be closer, so he was expecting the birdie walking up.
Yeah, it's back-to-back birdies for Willie, so he's starting to feel it here on this back nine. I've got a 18-footer for my cleanup.
Oh, no.
And I didn't really see anything wrong with that putt.
Yeah,
I was headed to pick up my...
I didn't see anything wrong with it either, man.
Just got a little bit of a push out. It landed on the rim weird and made a bad decision. It went out.
I had some experience with the same side of that basket the first round. So, good putt.
Yeah, unfortunate set of circumstances, but we're heading into hole 13. This is a very technical hole with two dry bunkers that play out of bounds. You see them here. You can't see them off the tee, so it's a little bit blind. The landing area is right about where the drone's at here, leaving you a pretty simple approach if you execute the drive correctly. Just want to make sure you don't go in this crescent moon out of bounds long. Haven't really seen it be a problem, though.
Yeah, it kind of feels like two upshots on this hole, really, more than a drive and an upshot.
Just get this disc right. It's kind of hanging out left.
Yeah, maybe going far enough to make it past that bunker.
Yeah, it did end up safe. He's in a weird position, though. Definitely not on the fairway. He'll have some options from there. Chandler going buzz, looking to be tighter and higher. This looks good. Possibly a little turned over.
Yeah, that could be... Oh, that's the first one that I've seen make it to that bunker on the right side. I've never really seen that come into play yet.
And that was as close as it comes to being in bounds. It was 1 inch out. Tristan going explorer, looking to push it past those bunkers.
And this is a pretty aggressive play for this hole. And it worked out pretty well for him. He's actually he's a little on the left side of that gap, but shouldn't be too pinched off, I don't think.
Yeah, nearly pushed it right enough, but just barely clipped it. So he'll be a little out of position, but manageable. I am doing the same thing as Tristan. Need it to push through, and I get a little bit different kick than he got, and it definitely pushes me into another weird position.
Yeah, once you get over on this left side, there's not a great way to get through this gap and out the other side. Willie going huge hyzer.
Didn't really get it left enough, pushed like long past the fairway, and he ends up in a tricky spot. He'll just need to pitch up from there, but it won't be simple. Chandler taking his meter in bounds. He's got a great angle, though.
Yeah, he's in a really good spot. He may be able even able. Never mind.
To run it? Or give it a bid or something?
I was gonna say he may be able to see the basket from there as well.
I think he probably could. At least the base. I know, words are hard. They can be sometimes. I'm left looking up here. And I caught...
Oh, please work.
No. I caught the last little limb up there again. Two of my spike hyzers over the trees, they both caught the last thing. It was a little frustrating.
I did get to watch Silver throw a forehand up over this left side from being pinched off over there.
Nice little touchy harp turnover from Tristan. This is where me and Willie are both at. Our discs were right next to each other. I'm going like, what do they call them? Scoobers, or kind of just like a half tomahawk.
A little pancake.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pancake.
great out. Yeah.
Yeah. I had about a pancakes sized hole, so I was all right with that. Willie, he just had this low hole.
Did he throw that? Was that a backhand?
I think it was. I jumped out of there. The mosquitoes were terrible. I wasn't going to stick around and find out. Nice
Yeah.
putt from Willie.
So Tristan with the only birdie look here. This is one of the holes.
You definitely want to get, at least have an opportunity at.
Yeah, for sure.
We didn't play that one very well. Chandler, though, getting up and down nicely.
Yeah, pretty unfortunate that he was OB there. It looked like it really could have carried far enough.
Yeah, that 1 inch was one stroke. Heading into hole 14. I think you said it first round, one of your favorite holes on the course. I think it's a great par 3. What do you like about it?
Yeah, 351 feet. I just like that there's quite a few different options for the ways to attack this hole. The righty backhand or forehand plays, as well as lefty backhand or forehand. You can go to the left of the tree, which is the main line that you want to hit. There's even a little low right line around the right side of that tree in the middle. And mid-ranges and fairway drivers. Maybe even putters for some.
Just a pioneer for Tristan. He laces this thing, man.
Yeah, this looks great.
He's never doing anything other than going under the basket. Beautiful shot from him. Looks like Chandler's going with that vulture. There's a little bit of headwind on us. I think it turned him over a bit more than he was thinking it would. He ends up right at circle's edge, though, so no worries.
That was a good little tree kick down. Kept moving to the left a little bit. Willie's turned this over too much.
Tugged it a bit out of the hand. Catches the only bush to miss, really.
Yeah, good to not stay in that bush, though. He's kicked out of it, and I have a pretty easy approach into the green.
This is the H3 V2 that I've been throwing basically this entire round.
Ooh, this looks good.
It's really easy, nice turn. Comes out a little bit. I was kind of playing a headwind, thinking that my disc would react similar to Chandler's, turning over, but that one leaves me about circle's edge. Simple zone upshot from Willie.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to just play into that hill. You don't really have to worry about too much, but you'd rather do that from the tee. Yeah, there's another one. That's at least 3 from you this round, I remember.
Yeah, that's my third little jumper.
Nice. Way to
wobbler
connect.
with a skeeter on the elbow.
We'll wipe the mosquito off afterwards. That is the celebratory motion here.
That's exactly right.
Oh, and another cage hit from Chandler. Not something we've seen so far, but
No, he's been hitting all of those all tournament.
fortunately for him, it's looking like
He's done enough already.
it's still going to be okay.
Yeah.
Tristan trying to make a push, though. Only 3 back.
Yeah. There are some tricky holes to come. This
Still.
one here can be a 2-stroke swing. Couple
Yeah.
bunkers lining the green as well as out of bounds, Nathan.
Yeah, I was just going to note all of the bunkers that you have here. If you come up short at all on the left side, you're in a bunker. If you push it just a little bit long, still inside the circle, you have a bunker. And if you try to avoid the bunkers on the right side and drift it and hang it out straight right, there's a bunker over there as well.
Tristan's got plenty of power just disking down to a mid-range here. It's a bit downhill as well.
Yeah, and that's a good play. Definitely playing a little shorter than what it looks like.
I'm headed towards a bunker if I don't hit that tree. Turns out to be a good one. I catch like 10 feet of roll too. I'm not upset about that.
Yeah, just outside the circle, it seems like.
Yeah. Chandler ripping on that buzz. Gets through the first tree and gets a great kick on that second tree. I don't think it would have gone in the bunker, but it's nice to put on the brakes a little bit and kick it towards the basket.
Willie looking to keep all 4 players in bounds. This needs to sit down. He does just skip into that bunker close to the basket, but he will have a look for par still.
That was just weak out of the hand. Didn't really pop that one.
Tristan with from a similar distance here. Also, just a bit low.
Had no reason to be low on those putts. We need to be running them firm and hard.
And Chandler making sure he corrects, getting it a little bit high, but the basket does catch it this time.
I heard him and Eric talking about giving that putt enough height. He had missed a couple low in a row. They weren't going to do that again. Nice par saver from Willie. Unfortunate to not get his disc to flip up enough and slide into that out of bounds, but
yeah, these last 4 holes here oh no.
Tristan not paying attention there, letting one get away, and that probably seals it up right there.
Yeah, that's definitely going to open that lead up to where Chandler is not worried about Tristan if he was in the first place. But I was going to say these last 15, 16, 17, you really want to attack these 3 holes. They're birdie holes that you want to finish with. Yeah. 289 feet here, pretty much straight, and missed this last tree.
Yeah, you're right, Nathan. This is dealer's choice. Forehand, backhand, less than 300 feet. Just give yourself a bid, get it up and down, and move on. Chandler right back to that buzz. Perfect shot.
Oh, yeah. Just misses the last tree, and he is only about 11 feet away.
You can hear the mosquitoes. That's the A4 from me. It gets pin high, so it's in a good position.
Yeah, not a bad shot.
24 feet.
Willie asking for it to miss everything, and it agrees with him. Gets on up there onto the green. He'll be in circle 2, 40 feet or so.
There's so many mosquitoes on this tee box. Interfering with the camera and our vision as well. Tristan plays the harp nicely, though. He'll be about 20, 22 feet, maybe. This from 45.
I'm just pulling it off to the right.
Yeah, it kind of catches a firm bounce, too. Rolls him slightly into the woods. Tristan will go first.
Oh, and that's 3 putts in a row for Tristan.
Yeah.
You look like you had to deal with a little more trees and branches in there. But good putt coming out of the woods.
Yeah. That one high and right, but stuck.
Good comebacker from Willie. He's made all of those comebackers, it seems like, this round. I don't think he's really missed one that got away from him.
No, he's hit some really nice par putts today, you're right. Chandler to pile it on. He's got to be feeling it at this point. He's got to know the crowd's cheering for him as well. You could tell that, he had it. They knew he had it. He knew that they knew he had it. 2 more holes to go. Hole 17. You want this one. You got to have this one. This is an island green. If you don't land in it, you're out of bounds, but it plays as a hazard, so you'll putt from where you were.
Yeah, this one just feels kind of random walking up to it. You haven't really... I throw a standstill shot here, and there's not really another hole on the course that's even much of an idea in my head.
Dude, super wide from Chandler. About as wide as you can go. nearly connected with those posts, but he'll be left.
And just floating it over the top. Nice touch there. Dropping it onto the rocks.
I was trying to give it a little bit, didn't give it the height, which is kind of hard to do as you look at the tree there.
Oh, and this looks like a early release out of Willie.
Yeah, it was.
And he may have to deal with those entry logs as well. Have a pretty obstructed putt. It's a good line.
Yeah, it was a great line. Just under the basket, testing the height of the tree on the entry. Willie left with this.
And just hitting chains on the left side. Not quite enough to stick in, though, on that steep hyzer angle that he has. And probably about the longest putt that you can see on the green here.
Yeah. And you can't take relief from the end post, so he's stuck in the straddle position.
Right, since it is a hazard, you don't get relief off of it. Can be a little bit awkward. Tristan making sure that he doesn't miss 4 of those putts in a row.
Yeah, inside the circle. Good one from him. Get the confidence back. You guys had probably finished up at this point. Kind of felt like our gallery doubled.
We had finished at that point, and that putt, I was watching it, that putt put him in 3rd place.
Okay.
1 stroke in front of me going into this last hole.
So all he's got to do is just par this for solo 3rd.
That's all it is, 399 feet. We saw a couple players go through the gap the first round. I'm not sure we'll see it this round. It's not a normal play, it seems. Go over top. You might get enough float to get a putt. If not, pitch up for your par.
Yeah, and just like that, Chandler going down the gut. This one wasn't tight enough, so he pushes a little bit long, but you saw it there.
Yeah, it almost popped out of there.
Yeah.
Just not quite getting it, like you said, tight enough, but trying Corey's line.
Hard to know what the wind's doing. As I'm going over the top here, I pick my M3.
And this looks pretty good.
Yeah, it was a headwind left to right out there. Turned my disc over, didn't really let it pan. Gives me about a 50-footer, but I stayed on the edge. Tristan throwing his 5th tomahawk of the round. 5th and final, I'd guess.
Yeah, and that seems like I couldn't really tell where that went, but that just seems like a safe get your par play.
Yeah. I think if he caught it just right, he might be able to get it into a better position. He's similar to where I'm at, about 50 feet, kind of on the edge, maybe 55.
And Willie actually trying down the gut as well, just getting it a little nose down and not getting the carry. Trying to throw it in, though.
Dude, he was trying to give it a bid for sure. Leaves it about 30 feet because of that, but he'll have a look back up this beautiful, beautiful basket placement. There's a fountain here. There aren't too many greens more picturesque than this.
So still running it on this scary green, but he's, like we were talking about earlier in the round, he does have a good kind of nose-up run from that distance where it can sit, and he has got a tap-in par. Oh, good bid from you as well.
Just a little strong. It stays in that bush, though. I was pretty stoked about that. Just have that be the last putt I have to.
And Chandler, a pitch out that he could pitch out a few times.
Yeah. He could go left-handed from here on out. He's got this thing sewed up. Eric Oakley's super stoked for him. They worked well as a pair today.
And Willie, that was going to be for him to stay in a tie for 5th place. So dropping down to a T6 here.
Yep. If I complete my putt there, I will tie Willie. Grabbing that T6 as well. Tristan tapping in for solo 3rd. Fantastic tournament from him. He's showing that he is close to being where he needs to be to win. And Chandler Fry
picking his disc up out of the water on this very picturesque 18th green to finish the CCR Open.
He put himself in position at Clash at the Canyons 2 weeks ago.
2021 CCR Open champion, Chandler Fry!
Wasn't able to pull it off there. Obviously learned what he needed to, made the adjustment today. And I think a lot of times in life and disc golf, it's those disappointments that we have that eventually push us towards the achievements that we look for.
Yeah, congratulations to Chandler Fry for his non-celebratory birthday weekend disc golf tournament.
Yeah, couldn't have happened to a better guy. He's playing fantastic disc golf right now, throwing the disc great, putting lights out, bogey free today, 10 under, just shoots 10 around, wins this thing by 5, right?
Yeah, 5 strokes over Garrett Gerthy, who did come back to get second from Chase Card.
Yeah, shout out to Double G, playing himself all the way back up there into second place.
And Luke Taylor, a young kid from Michigan here, he played well today. I got to play around with him.
Yeah.
So shout outs to him. Watch for him in the future.
Yeah, he's a under 15 world champ this year. He's got a ton of game. Played with him last round.
So thank you, GK Pro, for coming out doing FPO and MPO. Look for the FPO coming out sometime next week. Thank you guys for tuning in.
That's right. For Nathan Queen, my name is Luke Humphries. We'll see you soon.
We'll see you guys out there.